Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Welcome to What's on Tap podcast. And we are back, and it's still January, and we have been given a lot of beers from our good friend of the show, Marcus. Frosty Beard's Marcus, who we will have back on the show to talk about some recent developments that's going on with him. He doesn't know this yet, but we're going to.
Yeah, we're going to force him into the show.
Yeah, we're going to force him back onto the show.
But I mean, looking at these beers, I want to say thanks, Marcus.
Well, he handed me these beers, and he laughed in my face, and he said, good luck with this.
Good luck.
Because what we have is a collection of IPAs, and they are probably the worst collection of IPAs I've ever seen in my life.
They're all from Norway.
Yes.
Marcus works part-time in Norway.
Yes.
So he picked these up, I think, as a joke.
He did. He said, here's some really horrible IPAs. You should have these on the show. It'll be a lot of fun to talk about.
Yeah.
At least that's how I remember it in my mind. It may have just been him laughing at my face and handing me these things as he ran by.
So it's three beers. They're all extremely colorful with these kind of neon-ish colors. But they're all from three different brewers. Yep. But it feels like it's made in a series.
It does feel like part of a set.
It's weird how...
Okay, and these are all what we call session beers. They're all 4.5 or 4.7. So two are 4.5, one's 4.7. So they're all session IPAs.
But that's because of Norway's laws.
Okay, I don't know what Norway's laws are.
It's in Sweden, it's 3.5% you can sell in a regular store. In Norway, it's somewhere around what we're seeing here.
Right. And in Finland, it's 5% or lower.
Yeah.
So
it's probably not a surprise that these beers clock in where they do.
But so we have three IPAs, and they're all three chock to the hilt of tropical goodness.
Yeah. So the first one is from a brewery that, if you don't like them, you would call them Aass. But they're called Aass.
Because it's two A's. It's Aass IPA.
Aass.
With papaya and
they brag
guava.
Norway's oldest brewery, founded in 1834.
Right. So we've had one of their beers on the podcast before.
Yeah.
It was a Christmas episode. And it was the Systembolaget, I think it was from like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Because I saw there was the Aass beer, and I was like, we got to have this on the show because of the jokes.
Yeah, so this is
the joke's on us.
This is Aass IPA, papaya and guava.
God, that smells bad.
It smells like trash.
It does. It's like...
You know when trash has been lying around and it's sickeningly sweet?
For me, it smells like cinnamon bubble gum.
Cinnamon?
Yeah.
Actually, kind of reminds me a little bit of cinnamon.
Yeah. There's like a weird, like, candy cinnamon bubblegum smell here.
Papaya and guava.
Oh, this is going to be horrible. And I guarantee you, neither a papaya nor guava has seen this brewing process. Cheers. My God, that is bad. Well, this will probably be our worst rated episode ever.
So that's kind of a combination of bubblegum and Band-Aids.
And almost lack of flavor. It's like the flavor is at both times horrible and yet nondescript. I don't know how to like...
Burnt plastic? Like the way burnt plastic kind of smells?
Right. Or like you're just drinking the plastic lining of something. Wow. This is quite possibly one of the worst things I've ever had in my entire life.
I've had beers that were more garbage than this. This is a 0.5 for me.
This is 0.25 for me. I don't know. Like, this is quite possibly the worst beer I've ever had in my life.
Oh, wow.
But you are not like much higher than me.
No. So next one is brewery Mack,
which is kind of in the same font as a Mack truck.
Yeah.
It's got a registered trademark. Honestly, if you were to tell me this was, if Mack trucks had somehow formed a brewery in Norway, I would not be surprised. So this is Tropical IPA with mango and passion fruit, 4.5%, and it is natural mango and passion fruit. Yeah, let's do this.
It smells a little bit better than the Aass.
It does smell better than the Aass. It smells much better than Aass. But not much.
But it smells so mysteriously sweet.
For mango and passion fruit, you would think it would have more of a nose to it.
You would think it would have more, like, when I say acidity, I mean that acidity type flavors.
Yeah.
But IPA, I would expect it to at least smell a little bit like hops.
Yeah, you would think there'd be some sort of hops and some sort of passion fruity sweetness to it, but it's almost lacking in any kind of smell.
Yeah. Cheers, man.
Again, it's kind of crazy, the lack of flavor, of smell. It's like, how do you make a beer with this much potential that has so little aroma?
Oh, it's so rough. These flavors, this one is also sickeningly sweet.
This is like if you have like carbonated water.
Yeah, oh yes.
And they add some sort of fruit flavoring to it,
yes.
But the fruit flavoring is kind of nondescript.
Yeah.
It's like tropical flavor. That is what this tastes like. It tastes like they showed the bottle what flavor it was supposed to be, and the bottle just said, I think it tastes like this.
Yeah, this is terrible. This is a 1 for me.
Sure. Why not? 1 across the board. Wow.
But it doesn't taste mango, it doesn't taste passion fruit.
Again, it tastes like carbonated water with light flavor added to it.
You really nail it with this carbonated water that has a flavor, because it's always too mild.
Right.
It's always
like when Remlosa comes out with a tropical flavor, it doesn't matter what the tropical flavor. It could be mango, it could be pineapple. It tastes exactly the same. There's legitimately no flavor difference between the two.
Yeah.
And that's what this tastes like.
Yeah. A drop of generic flavoring.
Yeah, like somehow they accidentally dropped some flavoring into the bottle. And then the last one is Hansa
Pineapple
IPA.
Or Ananas IPA.
Ananas. Yeah, that's all I got here, man.
That's such a classic in Swedish, ananas. Spanish, ananas.
Yes.
It's ananas in every language except English. Pineapple! Come on!
Because it looks like a pine cone and tastes nothing like an apple. So obviously it's pineapple. And actually, the clarity on this is kind of impressive. It looks pretty clear. I mean, I would say of the three, it looks the best of the beers. And it has the most potential. But then you smell it and you go...
This one is the only one that has the hint of hops in the aroma. But then there is something else that I just
And then there's this weird artificial pineapple something
going
on.
No, it's not pineapple.
Well, it's like an artificial something going on.
It's like one of these weird sour candies.
Yeah. It's like a candy that's trying to make a pineapple flavor.
Yeah.
But it's just sweet. All right.
Cheers.
Wow. Somehow that's the almost worst of the three.
That is revolting.
Because at least you kind of get, this is kind of like an IPA. You get a little bit of the hops, but it just makes it worse somehow. So I'm going to give this a 0.5.
Yeah, me too. 0.5.
Because, the fact that you get a bit of the IPA-ness somehow makes it more
worse.
tragic and makes it more
the train
unpleasant.
The train wreck was more obvious with this one.
Yeah. At least with the first one, you're like, well, okay, I mean, that's bad. And the second one, you're like, well, I mean, I could, if someone had made me drink it, I could drink this. But this one, the Hansa Ananas is just, woof. That's a real travesty there.
What an episode.
Well, this will be the quickest we've ever gone through 3 beers on an episode. I think if we wrap it up really quick, we can be in under 10 minutes.
They're just brutal.
Yeah. You would say this is what kids would pick up and drink but I don't even think kids would drink these things. I don't know who would drink these. Because the ABV isn't high enough that you're thinking, oh, well, the people that would just like drink beer because they could drink it on the park would drink this. But no, they wouldn't. They would drink just a light lager or something like that this.
You can't chug this. Your body would reject it.
Yeah. The only way I could see you being good would be if you poured it and then you froze it and you scooped all of the ice off, so you had the concentrated beer level on the bottom, and then you got all the alcohol. It gets concentrated into like 10 centiliters. But whoever would drink a 50 centiliter can of this, or whatever the size this is, 50 centiliters. This
is so interesting because 50 centiliter cans used to be the norm in Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone's just abandoned it for these 440 milliliter cans.
Yeah.
Before we recorded this episode, we drank a normal beer, and it's just slightly smaller.
Yeah.
Is this
shrink? It's probably 5 times the price.
Probably. But is this a case of shrinkflation?
Probably,
I learned this term recently.
Yeah.
Where things just get slightly smaller. But I'm happy. I would rather have 440 cans.
Of something great.
Than 500 milliliter cans.
The beer bibliothèque that we had recently was a 50 centiliter can. And that was quite good.
Oh, wow, yeah.
But, the 440 cans, I think, are more of a US, maybe UK thing. But
it's better.
If I'm getting a better beer in a slightly smaller package, I'll gladly drink that as opposed to a lot of beer that's really, really crap.
Now that I'm just holding the 440 can and the 500 milliliter can, the 500 milliliter can feels large and weird and off, and the smaller one just fit. It's just this is a good can. But this didn't used to be the case. You're laughing because this is such a weird...
No. I'm not going to make a penis joke at all.
No, I like to hold smaller things.
Yes.
It makes my hands look bigger.
Yes, I understand. That's why your penis feels so natural in your hand.
Right.
All right, so let's just wrap this up. These were absolutely horrible.
Thank you, Marcus.
Yes, thank you, Marcus. We will have you on the show again to talk about what amazing things you're doing with your own brewery and not what horrible atrocities and sins against nature Norway is committing against its own people. I consider this a
Geneva Convention.
A Geneva violation against Norway is trying to force its own people not to drink alcohol. Yeah. So they're releasing these beers in some sort of class warfare system, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
All right. So you can find us online at What's on Tap Podcast, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and everywhere else in the world where you find podcasts. You can find us. So until next time.
Keep drinking, you dum-dums.